Hello, everyone, and welcome to Five Out, a Ball Knowers podcast. My name is Graham Dynas. I'm going to be running the point today. Brendan Evers is joining us as always, and then Ethan Stout and Lance Thomas are back once again. How are we doing this morning, gentlemen?
Tired.
Yeah. Well,
It's bright and early
There's
over here, but
no
it's good to be back.
no place I'd rather be.
we have a lot of stuff to cover today. We kind of are covering all our bases. It's that point of the year where basketball's finally started, so we're all three major sports going on. So we're going to talk about the World Series off the top. Got a little bit of NBA to talk about. We're going to talk about the FBI investigation that has broken the news recently. That is one of the funnier stories that I can remember. Talk a little bit of NFL, and then at the top of the hour, we are going to be tier listing the college football head coaching vacancies, which I think we've assembled a panel that has a pretty good feel on all that. So stay tuned for that. But before we get right into it, let's just want to remind everyone, links are in the description to the website. We've got articles that are coming in semi-regularly now. I know Austin has an article that he's writing tomorrow, that or probably has already written, that will be coming out tomorrow morning about the Indianapolis Colts and the run that they've made early in the season. I've got an article coming midweek about a potential or like a hypothetical college football relegation system, kind of like they use in European soccer, that I'm excited to share. So check that out, and obviously links to all our socials, YouTube. Subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to the channel.
Graham, it's funny you mentioned that. I've been talking about relegation in major pro-American sports as like a potential thing that could be so interesting for a while. Like, I've had enough of seeing the Colorado Rockies in MLB. Like, it's time to relegate them. You know, you can only have the worst record in baseball or be a top, three worst record in baseball so many years in a row.
It's time for the
You should
Savannah
actually get
Bananas.
punished for not selling or buying at the trade deadline multiple times, despite being awful too.
Cardinals. Sorry, you're on.
All right. Well, wait. Austin is in the chat. He just said, "How about those Hoosiers?" He's not joining us today because he is in Bloomington. Um, so
Is he hopping right on the Indiana bandwagon? He literally
think
never
so.
talked about college football.
he's a Miami fan more than anything. He's a Hurricane. But he's there. He
Okay.
lives in Evansville now. So
Austin, you would never be saying this if Kurt Signetti hadn't just turned him into the wagon of all wagons.
you're not rooting for a Tom Allen coached football team. I'll tell you that.
No. If he shows up wearing striped pants somewhere,
Yeah, that could be a problem. We're still waiting on Sunken to join us as well. He may or may not. He said he was having internet issues. But let's just get into it. We're going to start with the World Series. Game 1 last night. Blue Jays beat the Dodgers 11-4 behind just a monstrous sixth inning where they went off for 9 runs. Addison Barger hits the pitch hit grand slam off of a lefty. They brought him into pitch hit against the righty. Then they put in Bonda, and then he hits the bomb anyway. Blake Snell gave up his first earned runs since September 30th in the 7th inning of the wild card game against the Reds. He'd gone, like 16 innings without allowing an earned run, so that's a storyline as well.
3
But he-
walks.
Yeah. I mean, in the past, that's always been an issue with Blake Snell. He'd been shockingly efficient down the stretch this year coming off injury, but he was always like a high pitch count, high walk guy. Like, that was his biggest issue. But he's been able to go 5 innings in the playoffs, but that was not enough, as we saw. We've talked about how poor this Dodgers bullpen was in the regular season, how that hasn't really been a problem because the starters have been so good. But that was obviously a problem last night Snell left the bases loaded. I had friends theorizing that he hit Varsho on purpose with his last pitch of the game. That just is not true. You're not going to purposefully load the bases in a full count with nobody out in a tie game in
Who
the
said
World
that?
Series.
It wasn't
Braden,
Jake.
Braden
Oh, was
said
it Braden?
that.
It was Braden. Yeah, it was.
But then
That 6th inning was just fun to watch.
Dude,
yeah,
it was
they
awesome.
bring in Emmett Sheehan, who had been bad in the playoffs. He gets lit up, and then they go to Bondo, who gives up the bomb. Yeah, that bullpen is not great, and they left Tanner Scott off the World Series roster. They paid him $72 million in the offseason. Just a lot of things going wrong for the Dodgers in this game that
Hot fire, dumpster fire.
had not been happening in this postseason. So I guess I'll start with you, Brendan. What are your thoughts? What were your thoughts on the series before last night, and then have they changed based on the results of last night's game?
I don't think they've actually changed that much because I figured, in my head, right, and everyone's basically on paper, the Dodgers are the better team. But I figured just because you've kind of got the thing with like the North, Canada, whole country behind the team versus LA, they were going to find a way to take at least two of the games in this series. I think last night proved that if you can get a Dodger starter out of the game before the sixth inning, it's going to be a good day for the Blue Jays, because really it's like if you can avoid the super leverage relievers of the Dodgers and not see Sasaki when you need 2 runs in the 9th inning, then you'll be fine. I would say like starting pitching wasn't great even for the Blue Jays last night, but the Dodgers have frankly been getting lucky to get more than 5 innings out of starters in a playoff series, because basically every team, once you get into the playoffs, like the starters, if they go 4, it's lucky because the leash is so short. So they've been in positions where they haven't even had to think about it. So I enjoyed the game last night. And I'm really glad that the series opened in Toronto. I feel like that's just such a cool spectacle. I saw they had like people out on the field making the Canadian flag like beforehand. So cool. So I don't think they've changed that much. I'm personally cheering for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
What about you, Ethan? Yeah, what are your
I think
thoughts?
Dalton Varsho is going to get paid in the offseason. Honestly, I still think Dodgers are going to win in probably 7. Now I said 6 before, probably I think maybe 7 now. Game 7 would be electric.
When I was watching it, it gave me a lot of deja vu from 2019 from the NBA Finals, watching the Raptors beat the Warriors. So
That's a point I was getting ready to make.
I'm going with the hype train of Toronto, and I hope they beat the Dodgers, man. Take down a giant, you know what I mean? I think that'd be sick.
There's kind of this worry that you've kind of used up all your runs in a blowout win, which I would be scared of. I do think the Dodgers will win tonight. Game 2 tonight on Fox again, 7. Yamamoto's on the bump for the Dodgers. Gosman for the Blue Jays. So it's both teams' regular season number 1s. I do think the Dodgers win tonight. I think Game 3 in LA is going to be the pivotal game, because I think this series, we made this point last week, Lance, that it is eerily reminiscent of the 2019 finals.
Yeah. Did you?
With the Warriors in 2019 are kind of at a point that the Dodgers in 2025 are, where they're this dynasty. Obviously, they're not dealing with the same level of injuries that Warriors team was dealing with. But this Toronto team's the plucky upstart, that overperformed in the regular season and has made their way to the finals, and they have the whole country behind them. I think Toronto has arguably the best home field advantage in baseball, especially in the postseason we've seen in the past 10 years.
They have 2 countries behind them right now, I think. I feel like a lot of people want to see LA lose
in
America.
Most of the U.S., yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that 2019 finals, and not to say it's going to be a 1-to-1 comparison, but the Raptors came out and won Game 1 of that. The Warriors won Game 2, and then the Raptors ripped off 2 in a row to get up to 3-1.
Won
and then
Game
the Warriors
6, right?
Made a final push in Game 5. That's when KD got hurt again, when he was coming off injury again. And then Game 6 is when Clay had his injury, and it was over. So I think Dodgers win tonight. I think Game 3 will be the deciding game. because I still think there's a world in which the Dodgers do like a kind of a reverse gentleman sweep, where they
Yeah.
just go out and win the next 4 games because they
100%
are that good.
doable.
But
Yeah.
I think
Bo Bichette-
Shohei is gonna go crazy in his game. He's pitching game 3, right? Shohei is.
he'll either be 3 or 4. Let's see.
Yeah, Shohei
Because
might go 9
now.
complete game shutout, 14 strikeouts, and 8 home runs.
He's just gonna
Which isn't
one-up
crazy to
his-
say, which is awful.
He's gonna one up the. It's pretty. Yeah, there are no listed probables yet for 3 and 4.
I was also interested in you guys' take though. It got talked about in previous years and some this season with the wild card series. But do you think there was any maybe rust that the Dodgers had to knock off by having swept the Brewers, having to wait so many extra days? I mean, I think they had 4 days off before the Toronto series even ended, and then they had to wait from like
Another
last
3,
Sunday
yeah.
all the way to now to start playing again.
I definitely do agree, but like with like today's day and age, like they're getting live reps every day. But I mean, obviously they're not playing in that like environment, but they're still getting their live reps in every day. I don't think it plays that big of a factor. They're grown professionals, but that's just my opinion.
I know there's a stat going around that since 2000, I think, there have been 4 times that the championship series, one of them was a sweep and one of them was a 7-game win. And in all 4 seasons, the team that won their championship series in 7 games went on to win the World Series. The last one was the Giants in 2012. But then prior to that, the Cardinals in 06 did it, and then also the Red Sox in 07. So it's been a while, but when you have that extra waiting time, I do think I don't think that the pitchers are going to be a huge problem. Like, obviously, they're getting their bullpens in regardless. But A-Rod said on the postgame show last night, it had been 12 days since Blake Snell had pitched in a baseball game, which, I mean, typically you get 4 days rest. He got 12. So
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't realize
That could
it was
be-
that much.
part of it. But yeah, I still think, I mean, obviously it's only game 1. This series is absolutely still up for grabs, especially with the Dodgers being favorites coming into it.
And we're talking about Blake Snell like he had a really bad game last night. It's like he really didn't. He still
was really
pitched 5.
good for 4 innings.
He was
or for
sharp
5
until
innings.
the 6th inning. Yeah.
Dude, that 6th inning was a dumpster fire.
But he
Oh
had
my
3 earned runs
God.
come across for him when he wasn't pitching, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he
yeah.
ends up giving up 5, but it wasn't that bad before.
The first 5 innings were fine. Even when Varsho hit the home run in the 4th, I was like, oh wow, Blake Snell gave up
Like
runs.
Yusevich had his moments too, where it was little touch and go
Yeah.
for Toronto. By the way, that story is really cool.
Yes.
I didn't know this until they said it on the broadcast, but he started the season in A-ball.
Yeah, he pitched for ECU last year.
Last season.
That's
yeah.
wild.
Wow.
He's
He-
pitched at every level.
Yeah, every single level this year. His first pitch was like a 17-year-old or something. I mean, it was just stupid.
I wonder
Damn.
if there is a sense of, and I don't know, whenever John Schneider was assembling his rotation for this series, he goes Savage game 1 because there's that sense of, like, no one had seen this guy from the Dodgers. Like, Kevin Gausman pitched for the Giants for a couple of years, right? Some of the Dodgers are still on the team from that team, and so they have this sense of what Kevin Gausman is. They faced him before. I wonder if he went Savage game 1 just to kind of throw them off and give them a new look.
Yeah, he's making a statement with that. I mean, that was a ballsy move, but
Yeah.
don't hate it.
Hey, yeah,
It worked.
it ended up working out even if Savage wasn't great. But
Yeah.
And
Savage
he's
is-
a bit more protected starting at home too.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he could have been in game 2 as well. But, yeah, I don't know. I think I had a point I was going to make. I forgot it. It's early, guys. You're going to have to cut me some slack. Let's move on to the next story. Just want to talk briefly. Lance brought this up in a group chat. The San Francisco Giants this week kind of made some
Oh, yeah.
waves, hiring Tony Vitello from Tennessee to be their manager.
First
kind of
ever
an
guy who's gone directly
unprecedented move.
from college to manager position ever.
Yeah. Just
That's
kind of a
pretty-
shocking out of left field hire that I kind of love. Like I think it's a kind of a shrewd move for the Giants because they're stuck in this like purgatorial state right now where every year they're floating right around 500. They have the talent to be better than that. But I think you bring on this guy, you don't know what you're getting. So if he's really good, you're going to get a contender immediately if he can kind of turn the tides and take over for Bob Melvin and be a better manager. And if they tank, like if the bottom falls out and they win 60 games this year, it's not like they were a playoff team last year. So he kind of he's not coming in with any expectations, but there's a high ceiling. So I think it's a good move, and I'm excited. He's obviously done great things at Tennessee the past however many years he's been there.
I think it'll definitely open up a new pathway if it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw a meme.
I've heard a lot of conversation.
You
Oh, go ahead, Ethan.
No, sorry. Mine
I just heard a lot of conversation this week, like why would he leave Tennessee? Right? They've been to the College World Series a number of times, and I'm like, this is an MLB job at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like this is still an upgrade. Like this is what everyone dreams to be, including coaching staff. But also, like I think it also speaks to like how difficult it can be to be a college baseball coach at this time. He's got to like worry in college. He's got to worry about recruiting guys and then retaining them across his years or across their years in college. And like you go to MLB and it's like get to manage professionals. Somebody else's job is to put the roster together. I think you mentioned like the purgatory of the Giants, and I don't really know how much I don't know how much a manager can really affect and turn the tide of a baseball team because there's so much longevity that despite a manager, like I don't think there's that much room for improvement with a manager because things generally level out. Like the talent, there's enough sample size that, you know, a team will start really hot and then everything kind of just eventually evens out to the talent level that's on the field. So I think it's a great move by the Giants. I'm kind of excited to see how it plays out because, like you said, Ethan, if this really works out, this is not the end of how of Major League Baseball teams going down to the power level in college and trying to find coaches.
Totally agree. I saw a meme. It was like he's just going to babysit Drew Gilbert. He sounds like his little baby at Tennessee.
I was getting ready to bring up Drew Gilbert.
I'm ready to see that. I love Drew Gilbert.
I think people talked kind of towards the tail end of the season when the Giants were like had 1 foot in we're going to make a run for the wild card spot and 1 foot for our season's over. Drew Gilbert kind of emerged as like this maniac in the dugout, and I feel like there are a lot of MLB people that he maybe kind of rubbed the wrong way. He was just like going about it differently, just because he's going at it with like a college type mentality. Now they bring on Tony Vitello. You think he's gonna that's gonna be the culture in that clubhouse. I wonder what a guy like Rafael Devers is going to think about playing for a guy like Tony Vitello. I think it's gonna be interesting. Regardless.
Because, I think 2 years ago, Drew Gilbert hit like a walk-off bomb. And like the first person in the dog pile is Tony Vitello. I mean, he was out of the dugout yelling and screaming. I'm like, does that translate to New York? If Devers hits a backside double, is Vitello on the third baseline flexing? Is like, how's that gonna look? Like,
I'm trying to who has been a manager in recent years that's even like a remote comparison to
I don't think there is
Tony
one.
Vitello. Like, even like the Rangers just hired Skip Schumacher. He's like a player's coach, but he's not like getting amped
Right.
in the dugout. He's pretty even keel. I don't know if there is a guy that
I
embraces.
mean, A's have been kind of rough, but I know I've seen Mark Kotze a couple times get kind of into it.
Okay, that's good. I think any of these,
But it's he's never like left the dugout to start cheering. It's always been
Tony
like
Vitello will run out of the dugout and
I don't think there is a comparison. Can you imagine? You've got the Yankees, right? And you're like Aaron Boone is over there just looking like this, really just upset the whole time.
chewing his gum.
Yeah, chewing his gum like he's punishing it. Like, and then Devers hits a home run across the way, and you've got their manager out there like, let's go. Just the whole time. Like, I think we'll get press conference clips all of a sudden of, oh, he's treating the manager position like he's a player that can just cheer, and there should be some respect and whatnot. I'm sure we'll see the unwritten rules or whatever, if that happens, come into play. But I think Tony Vitello is going to be good.
I'm excited. Regardless of how it goes, it's going to be something to watch for the Giants this year. And the Giants, frankly, have not had much outside of San Francisco fans. There hasn't been a ton of reason to watch the Giants ever since 2021 when they had one of the best seasons ever, just kind of out of nowhere. All right, let's move on to the NBA. The season kicked off this week, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
No.
Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, all linked to this FBI investigation, and they were all arrested. Terry Rozier was a...
Hang on, before we get into this, make sure to use our code 5OUT at DraftKings.
Yeah. Did you see the screenshot where they were on ESPN?
Yeah.
It was, I think, on Get Up. Greedy was sitting there, like, breaking this story in, like, a somber tone, and then in the bottom right corner of the ticker, it's just, like, an ESPN bet, $10 free bet ad. Oh, man, classic. Sports are in a really weird place right now with the gambling stuff. But Terry Rozier has gotten arrested for, like, forcing unders, which he's already been investigated.
Dude.
If you go back and watch those videos, do you think it was just because of how ass he was? Or
Dude.
No, I think
way.
he was selling.
I know.
The one where
If
you
you
threw
go-
a turnover, like,
Yes,
across
that
court,
one
and he
was
just, like,
terrible. That one was so bad.
that was
Man,
so
I'm
little.
trying to
dude.
find it.
I'm trying to find it too, but I'm struggling.
Here we go. It's from
Bro,
Brick
and the
Center.
one where he falls forward and just throws the
Yep.
ball between the
I
defender's
just
legs.
saw it. I'm sharing my
What are you
screen.
doing?
So this is from March 5th against the Cavs. Terry Rozier might be the worst player ever. This pass right here is egregious. That's the
dude,
one.
this At least he gets back and plays defense, right? No, he doesn't. Never mind.
That was just a blindfolded Stevie. Yeah, you get the point. I
That's
mean,
so bad.
against the Cavs, he was cleared. They investigated him for something like this a couple years ago, and they're like, yeah, we found nothing. Maybe that was just a cover up because they knew there was something larger at play.
Maybe.
But the Italian mafia is involved.
That's so
and-
wild, bro.
That's the craziest part about it all to me.
Man,
The
there's
thing
a lot
is, like-
to this story. Yeah.
But the bigger picture is like, dude, this is happening so much more than you realize. Like, this isn't the only thing going on in any sport. This is probably going on in baseball, football, all of these sports. Probably bigger names are doing it. Shohei.
I don't understand it. Like, why? You're making millions of dollars. Like,
greedy,
why?
bro. They're just greedy.
Yeah, it's got to be greed. I
This
really
is
hope
greed.
this is like a one-off thing, but
Bro,
There
like
is
the
certainly
head
a world in which it
coach. You see the stuff with Chauncey Billups say chips, like the chips falling down, like right before he got arrested, post game.
dude,
Like, dude,
he coached an NBA game. He coached one NBA game this season, and then the next morning at 6 a.m. he was arrested. Like,
in a federal indictment.
how does this happen? Like, the Blazers are turning to Thiago Splitter to now coach 81 games of their season.
Oh my gosh!
Because
is
Chauncey
that a true
is-
statement?
Yeah, he's
That's real?
the interim.
Oh no!
Thiago
Do
Splitter.
you bring in a
May
bring in a
remember-
coach
yeah.
mid-season? If you're
I
the
think-
Trailblazers,
I mean, it's not
probably
even.
no.
Oh.
It depends on how badly they're itching to compete this season. Because I mean, you bring Dame back, you have Drew Holiday, like they have old guys that
We'll be
would
right back.
kind of. You'd think you'd be in win now mode, but at the same time, they're in a loaded Western Conference, and their talent level does not match the playoff teams. So, I think they could kind of let it ride and maybe use this year as a as like you have a lot of time now to make an informed
Yeah,
coaching
sure.
decision and probably hire Tom Thibodeau at the end of it. But
Here's the thing,
But-
with the Chauncey Billups thing, they'll like X-ray tables and they'll
yes,
like
straight
X-ray
out of Austin
contact.
Powers.
That's some sci-fi shit.
It's Austin Powers.
I didn't even know that really existed. But then I had a guy
Yeah.
at work this week saying like whenever I said basically the same thing, he's like, "Well, I mean, when money's involved, people will do what they can to get money."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Geez." Now it's
I
like
wish-
I'm gonna be paranoid every time I play a card game. Like, don't be looking at my cards playing this Uno game, okay?
I saw a tweet that was like, "This is what the cards look like to the people who wear these fancy sunglasses," and I don't know if it was real, but you could just straight see the number right through the back. Of the
I
card.
believe it, dude. Like,
I didn't know
technology's
that kind of
crazy.
technology
These people
existed.
are just so wild, bro.
Austin in the chat. My name is Doc Rivers, and I'm involved with the poker games. Oh man, yeah, Doc Rivers stinks. He's so washed. But yeah, just a wild story.
I wish Austin was on here, bro.
That's one of the
Austin, I
that's one of
think-
the funnier sports trends in a long time though, is like anytime one of these federal investigations comes out, everyone like starts tagging like the FBI and being like, "I'm whoever, whatever insert coach that you don't like," and
That's
I
called
was
Nico
also
Harrison.
involved. Or people will
I know
make like a
there's-
betting account using the name
Yeah,
of like that
that's
coach.
hilarious.
The same
I
with
think the
like
best
Tier
thing-
Venmo stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Monsieur Venmo stuff was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the
Did
other
you see
side
that
of this,
though? Have we talked about that? How NCAA made that little rule change that they can do
yeah,
sports betting
you
starting
can,
November
you
1st?
can gamble now. And
Yeah.
who was it? Some preeminent college basketball, I believe college basketball personality, like went through and tweeted like. They went through and they quote tweeted that when it dropped today or yesterday, and we're like, "Are we sure we want to do this right now? It's kind of a bad time."
Yeah, dude. Horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the other side of this that we have not talked about is the Damon Jones aspect of it, who is an assistant coach who was allegedly getting fed info
About
from LeBron. And that's the big domino. That's the Shohei of this story. Is LeBron is feeding this assistant coach injury information before it's put out on the injury report, that LeBron is denying that he knew what this information was being used for.
Bro.
Who knows how much we can trust LeBron?
It's legit,
Okay.
bro. I mean, come on.
I really hope
But
that.
like at the same time, injury information. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, bet on other people's overs? Like, I
You-
think
well, that would
Well,
be
they're
like,
betting on
if you're gonna.
the under
No,
on
you
the
take
spread.
you take their under before the book knows that
Yeah.
they're not playing, and then if they're not playing, then you just win. But
Like,
as
I
soon
know
as
I-
the book knows that they're not playing, they're gonna just take them off the board.
Well,
I
that-
thought it
and then
was
whenever-
avoided.
Whenever you're LeBron, he's going to affect the spread of a basketball game. Probably
No matter
what,
what.
like 9 points. Is LeBron worth 9 points per game? Probably. I don't know how basketball lines work as well as I know like football. But if you just like take the whoever the Lakers are playing plus 5.5 before LeBron plays, and then the odds shift, and now they're 4-point favorites. That's how I think that information would probably be used. Just like getting in on line changes before they happen.
Yeah.
I doubt LeBron is involved with anything nefarious. He's got enough money.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
See, but you'd think that like some of these other people wouldn't either, dude. Like, for the
They all
Terry
do.
Rozier one where he pulled himself out for a fake injury and told everyone to bet on his under is just nuts. It's nuts,
I think the
dude.
worst part is, did you guys hear about the time like where someone showed up at his house after the game with the money?
Yeah,
No, I did not hear that.
What
yeah.
are
They
we
showed
doing?
up after the game with like $200,000 in hand. Is what it said.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Wild story. And then there's another aspect of this that I think is kind of flying under the radar, and this is just like a theory, but Chauncey Billups, as a rookie and early in his career, coached by Rick Pitino. Terry
Yeah, I saw
Rozier,
that. They're all linked.
Louisville, coached by Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino has already gotten in trouble with the FBI once, and heavily Italian man, Rick Pitino. Who knows? There's a lot of confounders there, but
I
The
there is
mafia is out of Louisville.
a slight possibility that Rick Pitino is involved in this somehow.
100%.
So,
I saw that
so we'll
everywhere,
see.
dude.
Let's move on to the actual NBA stuff here. We don't have to go too far in depth, but I think a lot of the new media rights stuff has kind of breathed new life into the NBA. And I don't know what you guys think. Obviously, the NBA on NBC on opening night was, I think, a huge success amongst NBA fans. They love it. NBC was kind of giving the coverage to the NBA that ESPN had kind of been neglecting. And that's the good thing about competition in a market like this.
Yeah, we'll see if it lasts. But
when NBC is putting out this product, that now forces ESPN to respond and say, "Hey, we want to do good things too," to kind of match what NBC is doing. They bring on the Inside the NBA guys, which their show's just the same. I don't know if you saw it. Someone tweeted like, "I wonder if you guys could find out who the sponsor of Inside the NBA is," and then like it cuts to the desk and there's like 15 Popeyes logos all throughout the screen. But yeah, I think I'm curious I'll start with you, Brendan, if you think the new media stuff is having an effect or not. If you think it's just like an opening week.
I think NBC did a really good job of playing on the nostalgia of people that watched in the 90s. Of playing, it's like, this is going to be the same thing. You're going to see the same, or you're going to feel the same way as you did in the 90s watching us. But I don't know. We'll see if it lasts. I did like one of the things they did in the Open is they had players footage of being like, what does the NBA on NBC mean to you? And all of them were like, I wasn't alive, nothing. And so it's also cool to see a shakeup in the sense of, one, I know NBC can do a good job of sports coverage. So like, I wasn't worried that they got the rights. But it's cool to just see how a different company is going to do the same thing and maybe make it a little fresher and easier to watch. I thought ESPN, when you pull in the Inside the NBA crew, like if those guys weren't together doing a pregame show about NBA basketball, like what are we doing? Mm-hmm. Because they are sometimes better to watch than the games themselves, right? And I think they keep viewers pregame and postgame just because of their charisma and them together. Like, and it's like, if Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jets aren't on, then like I don't really think I'm watching. Like I don't think there's another pregame show. I don't really like the NBA that much, and I still love Inside the NBA. So I'm glad they did that. I think it's cool, and I think with NBC kind of putting a little bit of money into the NBA, it's like giving a swift kick in the butt to ESPN to step up their game a bit.
Yep. I think it was a little clunky off the jump too. Like NBC hasn't had basketball. I mean, I guess they've had Peacock stuff with like the Big Ten and the Big East the past couple of years, but it's only going to improve. Like there were some graphics that were slow or like looked weird. That's all going to be worked out, I'm sure, by December. All right, and then let's talk about just some of the events that have happened. So Aaron Gordon went for 50. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah, like
one of the
10
most
threes.
efficient 50 balls ever. Yeah, he went 10. Aaron Gordon, who like 3 years ago was restricted to being like a dunk-only guy, went 10 for 11 from 3 2 nights ago and had 50 points.
My
and
God.
that was on the same night that Jokic put up a 23-point triple-double. Shea set his career high. I know Lance is a Thunder fan. He went for 55 2 nights ago, right? That was the last
Yeah,
night,
he
wasn't
did. It was the
That was
it
the
was against
Pacers
the Rockets.
game.
Yeah, it was getting.
Did
Well, no,
Giannis
the
go
Pacers
like
game
30
was
and
50.
20 last night?
No, yeah, it was against the Pacers. You're right.
Yeah, it wasn't the game one. It was game two.
It was the game too. So that's 2 days
Benny
ago.
Mathurin is dropping 40 balls for the Pacers. They're looking like they're not going to miss a beat. Even like that team is so fun. They just have 11
fact
guys
that
that are
no Halliburton, and they're just balling.
Siakam and
It's pretty
like
huge.
Nimhard had 3 points and they still took the defending champs to double overtime. Wembanyama is
Yeah, I mean,
he's
yeah.
alive. He's
cancel
alive.
the season. Cancel the season. MVP. Just give it
As
to him.
soon as like that backcourt, they're gonna have to get rid of De'Aaron Fox, I think. But whenever Dylan Harper emerges, like year 3 Dylan Harper, and then you're gonna get year 4 Stephon Castle, and then year 5 Wemby. it's over. Like as soon as Wemby is already, I think, has a case to being the best player in basketball right now, and that's kind of what you expected in year 3. I don't think I'd still argue Jokic is better. Shea's probably better.
Didn't
but
skinny Zion head tap him a couple times?
twice. Yeah, you got him twice
That's
last night,
Twice.
which is nuts.
Skinny
But there's
Zion, man.
VJ Edgecombe.
VJ Edgecombe set the
He's here to stay.
record for like debut points since Wilt Chamberlain.
You know who didn't?
Why did he
Super
score?
He had 34,
34.
and Maxey had 40 in the same game. And Embiid played in that game, and Embiid
I
was
didn't
like
watch
the best
Dallas.
player.
Did Cooper Flag play pretty well? Because he played point guard, right? He started at point guard.
Which is
He lost me. I don't want to talk about it.
he had a double-double. He had 10 points and 10 boards, but
Okay,
think
I
he shot,
didn't
4
watch.
for 13, 3 for 13.
Yeah,
It
his
was
10
not
points
very
were up.
efficient.
But he almost had the greatest first basket in NBA history.
I didn't see this.
Oh
How's
my
that?
god.
Almost. Pull it up.
I am.
Yeah,
Keep
I'm-
on talking.
Oh, you're Ethan.
Okay.
Um,
Wemby being able to take like 2 steps from like the 3-point line into a dunk is just
So
ridiculous.
bad.
he did
It's
a
not
reverse
okay.
dunk in that first game where by the time that the ball was like in the net, he was on the ground already, and it was a reverse dunk.
Didn't he get taller? Isn't he like 7'5" now?
Allegedly, he's taller now than he was when he entered the league.
What the fuck? That's
He's
not okay.
no.
How does
Are
one
they
operate
feeding
at
him in
7'5"?
San Antonio? Yeah.
Well, no,
I've been to
How
San
do you
Antonio,
get
it's
taller?
not.
he
How do
did
you
some
get taller than 7'4"?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He went to he went to Asia for the offseason. He was like
Yeah, to
training with
China.
Hakeem.
Yeah, he was like
he
with
was-
Buddha and shit.
Yeah, he was like training with monks. I can't describe it. I'm not
Seriously?
super familiar. But yeah, he
Yeah,
had like
he
a
did. I
spiritual
remember seeing that.
growth.
I gotta
in
tap into the
offseason.
NBA more. Oh
He
my
like
god.
posted a Instagram post. It was just like a photo slideshow. It was just him in Asia with all these monks, and it was set to what's the Gunna song? Oh, I can't think of it.
Which one? There's a lot.
It's the one with the Asian sample. Who You Fooling? That's what I'm thinking of. And like it was, Wemby had himself an offseason, and I think we are getting levels to like that. He will be the best player of all time. I think when it's said and done, barring injuries. Like, I think we're there.
Really?
I think he is on the LeBron path, but he is more fit. Well, he is equally physically gifted in a different way that is harder to stop. Is how I
Yeah,
describe
it is. I mean, dude, how do you stop this 7'5" dude when he can do everything?
He's Kevin Durant, but with 6 inches extra.
Yeah,
right.
Kevin Durant is 6 inches inside of him. I don't like him.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
All
All right. This would have been crazy.
There we go.
First basket. It's the first minute of the game. I mean,
Yeah.
if he lands that lob first play of his NBA career,
That'd be awesome.
Back to the Wemby side of it, Wemby was Anthony Davis was guarding him for pretty much all that game. Dallas, they went to Cooper Flag at 6'10" is running the point because they're trying to get long in an effort to stop Wemby. They put Anthony Davis on him, who's a premier defender in the league, and Wemby's just running right through him with no problems. He's going to be scary, and I still think Dallas is
How
going
much
to be
does he
fine.
weigh? Is there a weight on him?
I think he
That we know?
was 220. I'm assuming he's probably put on weight. Because
He's like
7'4",
7'5",
220
240.
is not sustainable. Yeah.
No.
He's a freak.
Imagine if Wemby was like 280 at 7'5". What the hell do you do?
don't.
There's literally no answer.
There's nothing you can do.
I heard
Hope
he's pushing
hope he gets hurt.
7'6".
All right, he's 236 according
Okay.
to the NBA right now.
Yeah.
So do you just have to get in a shootout? Is that your plan against the Spurs? You just have to score more than them?
You
That is
can
it?
attack the rim. If you go at him, he's going to block your shot. He will average 4 blocks a game at some point in his career.
I think he'll have a quadruple double at some point with blocks.
Probably. That seems more than
I'll have to watch
reasonable.
the Spurs play. I mean, I didn't watch either of them play. I saw some highlights, but I mean,
Holy moly!
I'll have to watch him.
By
And
the
that's
way,
the
do
thing.
so.
I just saw like a media day shot of him. I remember this, like having done like media days and stuff, like how big some of those athletes are. Like you have to have like a set that's like 15 feet high based on where you are going to be standing as the cameraman because they're going to be towering above you.
Bro,
Like, how do
that's
you?
the thing. That's the thing because like me, so Graham knows Jake and I. Me and Jake are almost 6'7". We're tall humans. I went and like I've seen like Mark Gasol in person and like that. Like I think he's 7'1" or
Yeah.
6. I don't know what it is. Dude towers over me, and I'm like, dude, how is this sustainable? Like I don't even know how people are this like freakishly tall and athletic at the same time.
I would say like I
Because like,
have ran into guys on campus that were Illinois basketball players. One time I dapped Kofi Coburn up at a bar, and his hand just enveloped mine like entirely.
dude,
He
that
like,
was
those guys.
who's the is it Jamarian Sharp, right? He played for John A.
Yes.
Like 7'3", dude. Bro, I'm in Carterville like Hux, and I'm walking out. Again, I feel like I'm a tall guy, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, there's
Like, how is
basketball
that?
guy. Yeah. There's
Yeah, in Carterville, you know that guy just plays college basketball. He's just not a guy.
He's
that
either a
exists.
celebrity or he's a
Oh, no.
ball.
They don't. Those kind of people aren't around here
No.
unless they're
You're like,
playing
what
basketball.
Yeah.
Imagine
okay,
like
so that's-
my
basketball
God.
imagine basketball like wasn't a thing. What would people like that do with their lives?
the-
Like,
Dude, I don't know. What would
Probably
Yao
be-
Ming do in his off
It'd
time?
probably be a
as
good like
just
curtain, human curtain.
yeah.
So that's our NBA preview. I guess we could call it that. I think that. I mean,
good.
That was everywhere.
we kind of covered all our
I
bases.
mean, I watched the last two, like, I mean, this is like random, but I watched the last two Thunder games, and I was like, wait, what the hell, dude? Like two back-to-back overtime games. That was crazy. But
Shay's getting to the
Yeah.
line again.
yeah,
we don't
dude,
have to talk
everyone.
about
I love
Shea.
that everyone was grilling me about that.
Method
I
of
mean,
first
yeah.
basket. Shea
Dude, I
Gilgeous
mean, like-
Alexander free throw.
Just turn on my
Was that
TV.
you?
and
Was that
Shay's
you
at the
or
line.
Jake? Was that you or Jake that said that Shea's the equivalent of the tush push? That was Jake. wasn't
Jake,
it?
that was Jake. That was his take. Which
I
it's
think that's kind of over
different.
the top.
Yeah. Going to the free throw line is not like a brand new way to play basketball that no
sure.
one's ever
No.
tried. That is ruining
That's like
the sport.
first thing you learn.
People go to the free throw line. They always have.
Going.
That's not-
Wait, did anyone going to the free throw line is literally like the tush push though. It's so boring. I don't want to watch.
No,
that.
in that,
That aspect
in that
of it.
aspect, yes. I'm talking about like the effect. I don't know. I guess the effectiveness of scoring and stuff
Now,
like that.
I will
the
say-
and one
And one is
that
cool.
is
That's the point, yeah.
exciting.
And one is exciting. Getting fouled and shooting 2 free throws is out. We don't
That's
want
fair. That's fair.
that.
fair.
Okay, let's move on to the
I'm
NFL.
with that.
Pretty
Oh, I
brief
love the
breakdown
NFL.
today. The slate is not super appealing this week, I wouldn't say. I want to start with the Giants-Eagles game. It's going to be at noon tomorrow. The Eagles are at home. They're 7.5-point favorites. There's two sides of this because 2 weeks ago these teams met on Thursday Night Football. We talked
Man.
about it. The
Scataboo.
Giants, yeah, gave B2A. Like it was like dominant.
Did you guys see that the head coach and Jackson Dart
They got fined. Yeah.
got fined for
They got-
going in the tent during the
Concussion
concussion
tent.
screening for
They got
Jackson
fined a
Dart.
lot of money, bro.
Brian Dable got like $100K and Scottaboo was like $25K or something.
Yeah, but the team, I think the team itself got a 200.
The team got fined 200. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
That's ridiculous. But I mean,
So
it
now
makes
we know.
sense. I mean,
Now there's precedent for that.
don't
do that.
go, bro. So
Don't go
that's
to
also
town.
the bigger picture. That's the bigger picture of like, holy shit, we have to have Russell Wilson come to a football game. Get Jackson Dart back out here now.
Well, that's the next point I was going to make. Is the other side of this is last week the Giants went into the fourth quarter against the Broncos leading 19-0, and they blew it.
Dude,
in
35
part
points.
because of Russell Wilson. So you're really getting two different New York Giants teams. And at any given moment, you can get one or the other. A.J. Brown ruled out yesterday. He wasn't even on the
yeah,
injury
I
report.
saw that.
on Thursday, and he was out.
Well, it's
yesterday,
not like
which
they
is
were
just-
throwing it to him anyway, so
which
it's
is
fine.
great for my fantasy team.
Well, he got 2 touchdowns last game, didn't he?
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
he had one of the weirdest
like
stat
90
lines.
yards?
It was like
He had like 4
80,
catches
yeah.
for 90 yards and 2
and
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of Randy Moss
But
like.
Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith had like, what was it,
Smitty
186
had like
yards?
7 for
Yeah.
100 something. Yeah. So yeah, I guess if we're gonna pick against the spread here, 7.5 point dogs on the road, the Giants. What do you guys like in this one, or what are you looking for in general?
I'd probably go like Giants plus 10.5. Like I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a competitive
Offense
game.
spread.
I think. Yeah.
I think it's going to be similar, dude. I mean, like if they stop Saquon and they force Jalen Hurts to throw the ball to just Goddard and Smith, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Jalen Hurts passed phenomenally last week, so
I'd say they get better whenever they throw the ball more. I don't understand why
but they don't.
they don't do it. And
It's
Saquon,
It's like they think Jalen Hurts can't throw a ball, but I don't.
Yeah, I think Sirianni's. I think it's just like they run the thing as like we have Saquon Barkley, so we're going to use him.
Yeah, which makes sense.
they're
But
it's like they're still trying to just protect Jalen Hurts. Yeah,
he's in what? He's in
I
like
don't
year
know.
6 now.
I think the
You're
Eagles
past
win
that,
this
dude.
one.
I do too. I think they're gonna bounce
I
back.
think it's gonna be a close one, but I think the Eagles will win it. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout or anything. But did you
I
see
agree.
Brandon Graham came out of retirement?
Someone,
That's weird.
dude, I can't. There was a tweet about Brandon Graham that I am not gonna try and find, but it was like, Brandon Graham is never retiring. He'll say he's
No.
retiring. He's probably done this 3 times now, but the Eagles will need him
Jeez.
at some point, and he will be back.
Yeah.
And of course, he's back now. That game's at noon on Fox, and then we've got. I figured this game was worthwhile to talk about, even just briefly. The Titans getting 14.5 on the road against the Colts in the late
Get outta
window
here,
slate.
bro.
Because Austin, like I mentioned at the top of the show, Austin's got his Colts article dropping tomorrow at 9 a.m. Read that, 5outpod.com. Link is in the description. But Lance is a Titans fan as well, so we've got both sides covered there. I don't know, dude.
Hey,
I just
Lance.
don't know.
I'm going to need you to tell the boys to let's play a little bear front at the. I'm playing Jonathan Taylor in fantasy this week. Can we not have him get 30 points this week?
So Jeffrey Simmons, our only good person on the line, is out. So
Yeah, it's
on our
over.
defensive line, I should say. So it's over. He's going to rush for 360 yards. He's probably going to break. Samaje Perine record in college football of like 450 yards. He's probably going to break that.
Dude, I remember that.
And then
game.
Cam Ward's probably going to go 2 for 26, 9 interceptions, and 4 passing yards.
It's just it's
So,
one of those years.
It's gonna be
I've
exciting.
had some horrendous
Danny
fantasy
Dimes.
luck this year too. I played
Dude,
Bijan
so
Robinson a
fine.
couple weeks ago, and it was in the first quarter, 81-yard touchdown run. I'm like, seriously? How does that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm with
and
you.
at that point, I was winning by it was Monday night. I was winning by 7 starting the game, and then that happened. I'm like, it's over.
We were talking pre-show about the interim coach bump in college football, and the Tennessee Titans, it's safe to say they have not received any of the benefits of the interim coach bump. I don't know, dude.
I think that maybe they have, but maybe the talent disparity was
It
so
just doesn't
bad
matter.
that it doesn't matter.
Imagine getting your ass kicked in your home stadium, and the crowd is chanting, "We want Vrabel. We want the
Yeah,
opposing coach back."
That's a bad.
The fact, dude, I don't understand what was going on in Nashville. I don't know what type of crack was going on or what crack cocaine was getting spread around, but whoever decided to fire him and fire everyone is just, they should not be employed anywhere.
It was philosophical differences, right? With the GM, is it John Robinson? Is that his
Yeah,
name?
John Robinson, yeah.
And then they fired him less than a year later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah, dude. It is a dumpster fire there. They're
Organizational
we're
malpractice.
tanking. We're tanking for Gavin McKenna in Tennessee. We're tanking for freaking. I don't know what we're doing at this point.
we'll see. At least there's no lottery, so you guys are gonna get
Yeah,
it.
we have Tyler Lockett requesting a trade.
Then
And
he
you
like
should
A
probably
get
release.
released.
I'm sorry, a release. Yeah,
Yeah,
release.
okay.
I meant to say that's my bad. Yeah.
You good, bro? It's all right.
He
It's
said,
all
"Get me
right.
out of here." He said, "Get me the fuck out of here." I want to play for Nashville.
And then Jonathan Taylor's doing this
Is he
thing
going to
where
get signed somewhere? Tyler Lockett?
I saw
To pick him
Giants
up.
fans. Giants fans wanted him because their receiver.
You
room
might
is
as well.
So
completed without
the
him.
NFL
Dude.
has always been like a league where like ticket prices are like inflated. Like if you ever look at like Bears tickets, they're like $300. Titans tickets like historically like $75. They're like $8 right
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's just
Dude.
dirt cheap.
Because I went a couple years back when we were really good. We went to the AFC championship and everything. I was going to those years when we were like really good, and then now it's like I'd rather watch, I don't know, women's NASCAR if that's a thing. Just all women's NASCAR.
That's
I'll say
crazy.
last
I would-
week.
I have no like.
Quote of the day:
validation
I'd
for
rather watch women's NASCAR.
I would watch women's NASCAR. I think more quickly. Don't let Nick Triplett.
I'd
do
rather
this.
watch
More-
Danica Patrick jump out of a car and punch Kyle Busch in the face than watch the Tennessee Titans play down in football ever again. We're just gonna live with the Music City Miracle and we're just gonna drive off in the sunset because we're over. We're done.
The franchise is dead.
Hey, that new stadium's gonna hit though.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome with the 0-16.
Copy
team.
and paste. Hey, Allegiant
It
Stadium,
looks
can we
cool.
borrow your homework?
That's great.
No, that's the Bears one. Sorry.
Yeah.
All the new stadiums
So
look
good.
exactly like each other.
So I think
Nice.
SoFi has ruined new stadium projects.
This is okay. Football is a freaking outside sport. Unless you play football in areas where it's literally dangerous, like for more than the majority of your season to play. Although Buffalo's proven that they want to keep their outdoor stadium.
And Green Bay.
But like
Green
I'm just
Bay.
saying for me here in Phoenix, like if they didn't have a dome, you die. So like I get that. But like Tennessee, really, that's like actually a good place to play football most of the year. It doesn't get that cold.
I think
Dude,
football is a
I
cold
don't even
sport.
want to talk about
like,
it.
Football should be played in the cold.
Agree. Jonathan Taylor's going to do this thing every 4 years, do we think? For the rest
Graham,
of his career?
I think the Carnival Lions could walk into Nissan Stadium and run Panther Red and beat us. I genuinely
Virginia
think.
Blue Otter.
Yeah.
We're going to run triple option against.
We could. I genuinely think if Tom Brady came out of retirement right now with a bunch of 12-year-olds, they would beat the Titans. That one win against Arizona is the biggest fluke I've ever seen in my life. We will not win another game this season. We won't.
Flukiest win maybe ever.
It probably.
That tanked my chances to win the 5-out survivor pool.
And it
Yeah,
hurts
I'm
me.
still
deep
I'm the
down,
only one
dude.
active.
It hurts me deep down that because I like Cam Ward, but what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do?
He's
Awful
up against the
offense,
wall.
no weapons, no defense. You have no line. You have zero coaching.
Throw
staff.
it to Eric Io Manor.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Facts.
Do that.
His name's
And
Ellis.
Chimere DK. Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it? Chimere?
Yeah, DK. Yeah.
I know DK's right. I don't know.
And our two
then-
running backs are washed. It's like, dude, I'd rather watch anything than the Titans play football.
Let's pivot to Sunday Night Football, the Aaron Rodgers revenge game in
Dude.
Pittsburgh. Green Bay traveling on NBC. They're 2.5-point favorites on the road. This is the most storyline game the NFL has had. I'm going to say maybe since Brady came back to New England a couple years ago. Like I think it's that level
Did you
of game.
Did you guys talk about
gonna
Flacco versus Rodgers last week?
We did.
Did you?
I
Okay.
think briefly whenever we're
Okay.
doing the tier list.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I might have lost track of time.
I'm very excited to see what Aaron Rodgers pulls out of his bag of tricks against
Man.
Green Bay.
I honestly like seeing that he's still like I still like seeing the pocket passer QB still doing things in the league, even though he's 41 or something. It's cool.
It is this year.
I think
more
Green
than
Bay
ever.
proved last week they're not that good.
Who'd they play?
They're
last week?
fine.
Which one was it?
They played
It was,
Arizona.
They played
They
Arizona.
played
yeah.
they played in Arizona.
against
It was
Jacoby
basically-
Brissett, right?
Yeah. And the Cardinals had I could talk about the Cardinals. The fact that they have 5 losses and a point differential of -1. That's not good.
That's not
And it's
good
like
at all.
through 3 quarters, they've scored the 6th most points in football, and then in the 4th quarter, they have scored like the 3rd fewest points in football. So they just refuse to. Oh my god! Somebody, I don't know if you guys heard that.
It was faint, but
I don't
yes.
know. What do people who have a vehicle like that, who just decide that they're gonna buzz past your house? What do they
You don't-
think I'm gonna do in here?
You don't want to hear.
Am
the
I gonna
words that I
like
say
cheer?
when people drive away and they're like grabbing their horns? I say awful.
Tell me when to stop.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you for
Dude,
blowing
that's
my
awesome.
eardrums out.
What a badass,
Yeah.
dude!
I wish I had
You're
that.
so cool.
I wish I was him.
Yeah.
No.
I wish I was
Uh,
that guy splitting lanes, going 90 on the freeway on a bike.
Yeah,
See
the
on
people that have
CNN.
like the crotch rocket kind of bikes, they irritate me greatly. Especially when they're
Dude.
especially like I live in a metro area. When I get to a stoplight and then they buzz past you at like 60 miles per hour between lanes, like I'm sorry, what if I decided at the last moment I actually need to get in the left turn lane? You're gonna die.
Yeah, when I see them, I kind of just like grunt. I was like, so it was like, why?
Yeah, don't give them words. They haven't earned those.
If I had a crotch rocket, I would be on WSIL, and you would see me with a fucking wrap over my body and be all sure for your boy. But
That's
Most of
morbid.
them don't wear a helmet too. So like
Dude, I'd be-
if they get bumped off, they're dead. Like let's be a little smart here. Anyway, back
we're
to
so
football
off
here.
topic.
Yeah, so the Packers are 2.5-point road favorites in the Rodgers revenge game. I think this game should really be more of a pick'em because a lot of times I like to view a game objectively. Like these are what the team's going to do on the field. Obviously, you have your home field advantage that goes into it as well. This is a game where I think that you can take emotions into play and bet against the Vegas line based on what Aaron Rodgers is going to do to the Packers. Like I think the Steelers win this game, and because yeah, like you said, the
I do
Packers
too.
ever since that Detroit game week 1, they really haven't shown that they are a dominant team. Even though they keep winning, aside from that game against the Browns, they haven't wowed me since week 1.
I would say having got to watch Micah Parsons last week, he's good. He gets pressure even if he's not getting the sack. Like he's right up in there. So like Fox literally, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, when they are doing their TV productions, at least last week, they literally had one of their cameras. They had like 15 cameras in the building. They literally had one of their cameras on Micah Parsons the whole time, even when he was not on the field.
Just an
Yeah.
ISO cam.
It was like-
Do we think
It was like the Caitlin Clark cam.
that he is the most involved defensive player in the NFL? Like I feel like he is the
Yeah.
guy that's like in on
Yeah.
every play, more so than like a TJ Watt or a Myles Garrett is.
Yeah,
Even if he's
because,
not
like-
getting the same pressure.
He's even causing like people are talking about how like how nowadays refs favor offensive ball, like they want to see people score 40 games. They're not calling holdings and like that. That dude gets held every single
Every
play
play.
by 3 dudes at a minimum. It's like he's still involved. He's ridiculous. I think it's kind of shitty, but it is what it is. But no, dude, definitely he is a freak.
It sucks that he's a Packer. It does.
It does suck. Wish he was a.
Does it
Tennessee
suck
fan.
that he's a Packer more than him being a Cowboy?
No.
I don't
I'd
think
take
so.
being
Yeah,
a Packer
but
over
it's-
a
it does
Cowboy
for me.
any day.
As a Bears fan, yes.
I'd rather root for the Cowboys than the Packers.
I have such a
fair,
disdain
yeah.
for the Cowboys as well, but I do think that having Micah on that team makes them interesting in a way that they aren't right now. But
Dude, I
having
don't
Micah
know.
on
I think
Packers
the
makes
Cowboys
me
are
hate them.
so fun to watch this year.
I mean, yes,
They're like
are.
it's like painfully fun though. Like I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, they are. I don't want to say they're a flaming car crash team because they're not. Like they're
No.
competitive, but they certainly play, I think, the most fun brand of football in the NFL. Like Dak is just slinging it this year
Dak
Yeah,
is
yeah,
MVP.
at an MVP level, and he's not going to win it because his team's going to go 7-9-1. But like he more than deserves it. I think he's playing the best football I think of anyone at the quarterback position right now.
I
It's
love that
him,
for George
it's Baker,
Pickens
and it's
too.
Pat Mahomes.
I love
Yeah.
the way Pickens is playing.
He's fun to watch.
I love CeeDee Lamb too, so that's the one exception I have when I watch college or
And then
Cowboys football. I love
Jake
CeeDee Lamb.
Ferguson, dude. I mean,
He's a
Jake
stud.
Ferguson's
Jake
tight
Ferguson's
end one.
huge for one of my fantasy teams.
Yeah, I had him on my bench and I gave him away for nothing. So I don't want to talk about it.
That's okay.
That's
Hey.
pretty rough, Lance.
It wouldn't have mattered.
And yeah, I don't. And we see how that goes. So never mind.
That's right. Hey, I picked up Aronde Gadsden this week, and he gave me
Yes.
16 and a half. Like
Dude,
that's,
your
that
waiver
was a
wire
huge
is
move.
nuts. You picked up Rico Dowdle and he's gone for another 200.
It doesn't matter because
You
my
still
team
lose,
is so
but, like-
bad that like this week I'm starting Mike Penix, Rico Dowdle, and Aronde Gadsden. Like I have no chance. But that's besides the point. All right, let's move on. I said top of the hour. We're 7 minutes late.
Before
But
we go to NCAA real fast, I want to just because I know that we talked about it previously. I don't think you guys touched on it any other pods that I've been on. Did you see that Carter Hart got signed to Vegas? One of the the whole scandal
Okay. Yeah.
with the Canadian boys. One of them has
Alright.
finally been signed, and that's kind of scary because Vegas is
Yeah.
good, and now they have a good goaltender, but for a sneaky price because he's sneaky.
Yeah.
We don't have to
There's-
say it, but
there's
yeah.
controversy that comes with that signing.
Yeah.
So,
So I
Was he
Thought it
completely exonerated of things?
yeah, they're
what
all
happened?
acquitted. They're like none of them
Okay.
are formally charged, but I mean the
I,
whole stuff around it is pretty weird. But
was it like somebody dropped charges, or was there lack of
no,
evidence?
I think it was lack of evidence in court. But I
Okay.
mean there was a lot, but we're not on a jury here, so but still it was a weird situation. But like there was a guy doing cartwheels with things and the other people's stuff, so weird situation.
Yeah.
Weird situation with some weird guys, but they got acquitted. So, but yeah, Carter Hart's a stud though. Out of anyone of those guys that were involved in that, he's actually like really good at hockey. So it's kind of scary seeing him go to Vegas for a cheap price too. But
Wasn't he not? Hasn't he not played for like 2 years though?
dude, no, he hasn't played for a couple of years. Well, he
Yeah.
did. I want to say he went to I think he was playing like the KHL. They were able to play overseas and stuff. Some of them did because they didn't really care about their trial in the U.S. or in Canada. I'm sorry, but we don't have to talk too much about that. I just
Interesting.
thought we'd-
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. All right. So for those of you that did not watch last week or weren't here on the show last week, this is a new segment I think we're going to do every week, and it's the tier listing. So I think everything in sports can be defined by one of these 5 tiers: good, sneaky not ass, sneaky ass, and ass. I think there are a lot of things that can be defined by this list, and it's not even like it's hard to describe, but you're not really ranking these teams in comparison with each other. You're more so ranking them compared to like what the expectation is and like what the general consensus is on these things. So like
Clemson is ass.
well, we're not ranking.
I think we can
Good.
put Alabama in good. I mean, that is.
Well, we're not ranking college football teams. What we are doing today, we are
what are
going
we-
to
what are we
be
doing?
tier listing the college football head coaching vacancies
Oh, you're right.
that are
that's
either
right.
open now already. We've got 7 that are going to be open at the end of the season or open now, and then I added 7 more that I think will probably come open or have a chance to.
So
let's-
we're saying,
Ryan Day at Ohio State?
So this is just a general college
So
football
we're saying
template.
like so.
we're
for
not.
example,
We're not using.
Oh,
those.
okay.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
So for Penn State, like ass, meaning like their coach has already been fired, like or is what? Is
No. So this is like
No, that's like
in
how good the
offseason,
job is.
How good
Oh,
the job
okay,
is.
Like how
to a-
profile
to a-
that job is.
Never mind. That makes more sense. I was confused. Okay.
So that's
Okay. So,
yeah.
so that's okay. It'll make sense as we go. So let's
Yeah,
start chronologically. The first job to open was UCLA.
Okay.
I think the UCLA job is sneaky, not ass.
I say sneaky, not ass.
Sneaky not
Because-
ass.
You would have thought it would have been ass prior to this current run they're on, but I think that they're kind of building up that fan base again. So
I think they've elevated from 4 fans to 10, and I think that's improvement. So you got to give.
And I'm one of
Well,
them.
I was gonna say I think that actually is sneaky ass because they're on a bit of a run now, but as soon as somebody outbids their offensive coordinator, the blonde guy that I don't even know his name, but
Jerry
he's
Neuheisel.
awesome.
Jerry Neuheisel.
Jerry Neuheisel.
Yeah, somebody might steal him. Like he's going to be coaching a Mac school next year.
Or he's going to be coaching UCLA.
And
Yeah.
they also, yeah, he could be. They play in the Rose Bowl. They have no fans. There was talk before that of like they haven't invested nearly any money into football like other Big Ten schools have, even schools that aren't historically good at football.
yeah.
So I like
When you're
your
getting-
point here. I
When
think
you're
we're thinking
getting
of it.
out invested by Maryland, that's not good.
I think they are sneaky ass. Now, when you put it out like that, I think you kind of have to, because UCLA, like, I don't know, in the recent years, like, dude, they have nothing going for them when it comes to football, really. I
All
mean,
the
only
same
question
reasons
I
that
have-
Chip Kelly left
yeah.
are still a problem.
The only point that I'll make is if this run is going to change minds. Like, is what Jerry Neuheisel doing right now going to change the outlook of the athletic programs on UCLA football?
I
at the
think if
university?
UCLA gets a good brand of football and a competitive team, they like the Rose Bowl will not. It won't fill up, but they're like will be people that support them. But they
It'll
were
be the same
so
as like
bad
Miami and Hard Rock. Yeah.
at the beginning of this year. That
Yeah.
like I
I'll
don't
say,
know. I think
having
it's
seen
sneaky not
USC the last few weeks, like USC, if you put an exciting brand of football on the field, people will show up. Like the Coliseum is full, but it's also much closer to downtown.
Yeah.
let's say it's a lot
Then-
farther away from campus.
Yeah,
it's not,
it is.
It's not
Yeah,
close.
Pasadena is not close to LA. So like
So,
I'm
So
going
we're
out to the
feeling-
Rose Bowl for I'm feeling more. This
Nah,
is sneaky ass.
I wish there was like an in between sneaky not ass and sneaky ass. That's right.
It is. This is a weird gray area.
It's like
Okay, I would go
I
sneaky
I
not
personally
ass
think-
just because they played
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
okay.
sneaky
That-
We'll do
that's
that.
my
We'll do
initial
that.
thing. Okay.
We'll do that.
But you
Next
can't.
up,
UCLA, you got to invest a little more than Maryland. Let's get there.
second job to come open was Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech, sneaky ass.
I say
I
sneaky
do
ass
too.
too. I don't
I
mean,
think-
they haven't been great in a while.
I would say
Yeah.
they're holding on to 20 years ago still.
They won last night in an overtime thriller, though.
Who did they play last night?
Yeah, they played.
Cal,
didn't they-
California.
Yeah, they
They
played Cal.
did beat Cal.
I think Cal as a team is kind of sneaky not ass, but who knows? Do we like? do we
yeah,
like
here's the
Virginia
thing.
Tech? Good.
Virginia Tech.
Enter
They had to like
Sandman,
go
though.
bet. Yeah. Oh, and there's a cannon on the practice field. Nobody has that in college football. No, Virginia Tech. I have a buddy that is a big Virginia Tech guy. But having talked to him too, they had to like go to their like board of regents and basically beg for money.
I think
It's
yeah.
good.
And they're getting it, but like I do think maybe if you get a good coach, especially in the ACC, you're in a position to get yourself into the college football playoff in a much faster lane than if you take over a school like Wisconsin, which I'm excited to talk about. So maybe it's sneaky not ass, because if I'm a high profile coach, I could get myself to the promised land of the playoff much easier than if I took a different job. And they're also not that far from like the DMV area, so
Yeah.
the recruiting pool is a little better. I also saw too that like Virginia as a state, like they have decent high school football, but they like for years have been getting out recruited by Penn State. Like
Yeah.
all of those good players go to Penn State.
Penn State is kind of the class of the Northeast in college football. Like I think, and I don't even know if you'd call Virginia Tech Northeast, but I don't know. Yeah, I think both of these jobs, they're kind of trending in opposite directions while being kind of the exact same. But I feel like UCLA has exhibited something this year in the NIL era that Virginia Tech just hasn't in a long time. So,
Yeah. I would agree.
okay.
It's fair.
Oklahoma State.
Ass. Oh my.
That's ass.
Dude, they're
Yeah.
so ass.
Do we think? I think Mike Gundy kind of was that program, and then
He was, and then he just wasn't anymore, and that's when they should have ended it a couple years ago. I mean, they were good a couple years ago, but still, like he just no, dude. They have a wide receiver as a quarterback right now, and it's it's a real thing.
We've seen that. I mean, like, think about Indiana. They've become a power in less than 2 years. So
Yeah.
it's not
Which is true.
impossible. You
It's
can
not,
say, I
but
mean, obviously
current
Cignetti
state
could be
His ass.
an outlier. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree with that.
They're not even just like on the fringe of being the worst in the conference. They're so like they're basement, and then there's like a gap, and then the next worst team.
Well, see, like look above those two teams. There's a common theme. Like they have actually won after their coach has been fired. OSU has just been getting
They've
ass
cratered,
blasted still.
continued to crater.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they had a section of guys that were shirtless. So,
yeah, that's cool.
You know,
I guess maybe if we're in LA and down the wrong street.
Okay, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Sneaky ass.
That's where I'm at.
sneaky. I was gonna say that's actually kind of sneaky ass.
Who do they play this week? Is it Auburn?
There's no way of knowing.
I think it's
It
Auburn.
might be. I think that's an 11:45 kick. I think that's an SEC Network game.
I want
As
to
was
say
looking at the
because
slate.
I think they said they were starting to Jackson Arnold, but they're probably gonna bench him if he sucks mid game, which is high
Auburn.
probable. I'm going Arkansas sneaky ass though too.
Yep. Okay. Penn State is good.
They want to hire Bobby
I'm
Petrino
kidding.
so bad.
Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah, they want to
yeah.
hire that guy so bad.
They're going to.
They want to hire somebody with Arkansas ties so bad instead of thinking outside the box. They're going to go beg Jerry Jones for money again, and he's not going to give it to him.
Well, that's the thing about Arkansas that would maybe not make them sneaky ass is they have the donor base. Like they've got the Waltons,
Tyson.
donors, Tyson, and Jerry Jones. So they've got sources. That's why Calipari ended up going there over any other place last
Yeah,
year.
Tyson and the Waltons put so much money into Calipari showing up
So-
there. I think it could be sneaky not ass just because it's a better than bottom of the SEC job. It's better than like if Kentucky came open,
Yeah,
but it's not great.
They're
I think
not
it's a
top
program you
half
can turn
program.
around with the right person. But I mean,
Yeah. Now, I will say, Fayetteville, incredible. That's one of
Yeah.
the nicest SEC cities.
I've
If you haven't
never-
been there, like you should go. Fayetteville's awesome.
I'd like to go see a hoops game there.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
good with that.
Penn State, good.
Good.
That's a good
Sneaky
job.
good.
That's a sneaky.
Yeah, it's
good
just well, it's
team.
just
I
I can't even
not
say
even
job.
sneaky. It's just good. Sorry,
think
it's
it's
just a
good.
good job.
Oh, a good job. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Like
I
Penn
think
State,
Florida's
yeah.
a good job too. I think
Florida is the same, right?
Yeah.
Florida's a good job.
I think Napier is just not the guy like at all.
I can't believe in this college football landscape we're in how long his leash has been.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he has not been good at any point,
Yeah.
and they just kind of kept giving him chances, and he just never figured it out. He did recruit well, but that's outside
Here's the
of
thing that I think I don't know the answer to this, but it could be too. Like you see a lot of times schools won't fire the coach even if they should because they're still paying the last guy they fired.
yeah.
And they
Yeah.
don't want to be on the hook for paying 3 head coaches.
hmm
Yeah.
So
That very
I don't
well
know,
could have
but-
been in play with
and
Dan
it
Mullen.
maybe literally because he recruited so well, he might have just stayed around so much longer.
Yeah.
Like
I
if he
think-
just puts all these pieces that he brought in together, it'll be great. Then you lose to USF.
Yeah.
The Stanford Cardinal, who fired I don't remember what the issue was with their coach, that they have Frank Reich
They were
coaching
terrible?
in like an interim role since March.
That job is ass.
Yeah, I think so. There's really not a whole lot going for Stanford. And you add in the fact that they're stuck playing in the ACC, where they're going to have to travel cross country for
Yeah, I'm
5
going
games a year,
ass.
or 4.
They have the same
okay.
problem as Northwestern too, where they have such strict academic requirements that you even need a specific kind of football player to show up there.
Yeah. Which again, I mean, we've seen a lot of really good football players came out of Stanford in like the Harbaugh era,
Yeah.
right? Like Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's the GM of the football program now, I think.
CMC.
Yeah,
And then
he works in his
yeah,
in their department. I don't know what he does though.
Richard Sherman was a Stanford guy. Like they've
There's
produced
a
NFL
lot. They've had a
talent.
lot of good players. A lot of O linemen too. Have came out
Yeah.
of
Kobe Fleener from back in the day.
the Fleener
Um,
auction.
All right, the Wisconsin Badgers are now we're getting into jobs that aren't open, but we think probably will.
I
come
think
open.
that's sneaky good if you like.
Dude,
No,
I think
sneaky
that's
not
I
out.
think that's good. I think that is
Really?
a good job.
I don't think it's.
I disagree.
It's a good job.
I think
think-
I
it's sneaky good or
disagree. You have to
sneaky
compete
ass.
with so much. I think
I
it's
know, I
actually
think-
a sneaky. I
I
think
think
it's a
it's-
sneaky not ass job.
I think it's
Yeah.
sneaky good. I think it's sneaky good.
I'm willing to go either way. With
See, I'm in
Wisconsin,
the gray area there.
with Wisconsin, more so than a lot of other programs, you need to have a kind of culture fit. Like the way that Wisconsin was good at football across three
Hard
coaches
nose.
was the same way. From Barry Alvarez to Brett Bielema to Paul Christ. We're going to
Ground and pound.
recruit up front, we're going to win the trenches, and we're going to run the ball. Luke Fickell is a really good college football coach. I still
Not
believe
for the
that.
Wisconsin Badgers,
But
though.
he is an awful culture fit for that team. And you have to have the right kind of guy for Wisconsin. So, like, if Lane Kiffin were to go to Wisconsin, I think he would be, like, his ceiling would be like a Lincoln Riley at USC situation.
Ugh.
I don't think that it would be any better than that. But if they go out and get the right guy, I don't even know who it would be. I
He's
think
got to
it's a
be
good
fired
job.
though, right? Didn't the AD just back him up though, like publicly?
Fickle?
Yeah.
So we'll get into Fickle, and next up we'll do Mike Norvell. They both kind of got this vote of confidence from their AD for the rest of the season, essentially saying, we won't fire you this year, but in
you're
the
done
offseason,
after the
you're-
year.
Mike
probably
Norvell is
can't.
done at the end of the year.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I don't know for sure about Fickle, just because I do think that the talent as a coach for him is higher than what Wisconsin is used to. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What do we think? Sneaky good.
I think it's sneaky good just because, I mean, whenever Wisconsin's good, that is a premier Big Ten team.
They
I was
are
gonna say,
like
that's
a top four.
That's a
Big
team
Ten
to watch when you have them as a good.
But I'm willing to go
position,
sneaky, not
but-
ass. I mean, I think I'm getting outvoted maybe 3-1. I like it.
Okay.
I'm good
I
with it.
could go either
I
way.
would say it's a
I'd say sneaky good.
I would say it's a sneaky not ass job though. I just think you have to in this landscape, there's so many other factors in the Big Ten that you have to fight against. Like
That's true though.
is scheduling, if you have Michigan, Ohio State, and Indiana on your schedule, and
I
God,
was about to say
Indiana
they
being
had
in that
a really tough schedule this year.
Yeah.
Even though
That's like
with
3
their team
losses.
being ass too. You know.
They got the best quarterback in the Big Ten, and Hunter Simmons, that's for sure.
Yeah. I feel for him, man. I mean, he's in an awful situation though. Like,
Yeah,
I
he-
feel so bad.
I go on Twitter and I couldn't imagine being someone in his position. But
Yeah, I feel
Florida
so
State. Let's talk about Florida State. I don't know if it's a good job.
I think
or
it's
not.
sneaky good.
It should be, but I don't think it's on the same level as like Florida.
No, I think it's sneaky good.
So
But I feel like a Florida
Yeah.
State and sneaky, like, I don't know. Yeah.
It makes no sense, dude. You watch it this year. They come out week 1 and beat Alabama, and then they fart every other week.
I think that was more of an Alabama than a Florida State.
I
all
do
things
too, though. But
considered.
I think Castellanos is just not a good quarterback, and I'm sorry because I just don't think the one-dimensional quarterbacks are that good unless you're a pocket passer. If you're a dual threat quarterback that can't make accurate throws and you're only relying on your feet, you're going to get beat 9 times.
you're
out of
no
10.
longer a dual threat.
No,
You're a one threat.
exactly. And then you're just a running back.
But yeah, I mean, Florida State has been, like, obviously, what, 2 years ago now? 3 years?
Yeah, dude. The Jordan
team
Travis
that
team is
went
great.
13-0.
Before he axed his knee in half.
Which was, yeah, I mean,
Horrendous.
one of the, that might
Or
be
ankle.
the biggest, like, pendulum moment
Yeah.
that any college football team has had in the last 10 years. The moment that Jordan Travis got injured, that program went from peak to valley immediately.
Which is crazy because wasn't it the
Rapidly.
following year, which was last year, they had like the worst season like ever.
They went 2-10. They started like preseason number 8, and they lost in Ireland, and then from there.
Yeah, because they had
it was
like
just
Brock
over.
Glenn at quarterback all year, right? Or Luke Cromhock, one or the other. I don't know.
Yeah, they weren't even worth watching.
They were terrible.
Okay, now we'll get into more jobs. Again, I think as I am going down the list here with these jobs that aren't open yet, it's by decreasing possibility that they become open. But let's talk about the Auburn job. Because I think Hugh
that's-
Freeze is on the hot seat, certainly.
Dude, oh my
Auburn's-
gosh. If Deuce Knight was starting and they had a different head coach, they could be undefeated right now. Without a doubt. They've lost every game by like one possession because of stupid coaching mistakes and Jackson Arnold just being hot ass.
I'm telling you, Auburn is the most fun team to watch in college football.
Dude.
Like, I will die on that hill.
You should I watched Hugh Freeze chuck his headset
It's
on the
just because you're a
sideline in Norman.
sicko.
Yeah,
so
I mean, from a sicko perspective.
Did you guys see
Graham
Off
loves
topic.
a one-score loss.
Did you see the SEC official getting terminated because
Yes.
of his call against them?
Actions have consequences.
They do, yeah. Surprisingly.
There's accountability that comes with being a referee.
I think they're sneaky
Yeah.
good for me personally. No, sneaky not ass in the SEC.
I don't even.
I think
I don't know.
Auburn. I think Auburn would be closer to good than sneaky, not ass. I think it's sneaky good.
I think we said that, but then they ended up with Hugh Freeze as the coach.
I'd say
Yeah,
last
but I
time.
mean, when was the last time they were good? The last time they won a national championship? That's about it.
it was 2011. That I mean,
Yeah,
what was it like 2019, 18, 19? One of those years. I think
They
when
were
Tua
really
got
good.
hurt, they won the Iron Bowl and then played for the SEC title game with 2 losses and lost to Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever
did
season
happen.
that was, that's the last time they were competitive at a national level. Because Brian Harsin was never good, and then Hugh Freeze has been on,
But they have the kick six.
which is coming up.
People
on
hold on to
13
that
years old now.
so bad, dude. Like last year in
That's-
the Iron Bowl, how did Auburn not win that fucking game?
I think that's the craziest football play. I mean, this is the ever maybe.
That gets me.
With what
I
it may-
want to do a video.
How
where
many
I-
touchdowns do you think Auburn has scored this year? All season.
I mean, Jackson Arnold hasn't
Or
thrown
sorry.
a passing touchdown.
What's their? Are they 3 and
I don't
4?
think.
Is that their record?
Or maybe a couple.
This could only be an SEC play, but it's still pathetic.
I'm gonna say like 11.
I'm gonna say 7.
what?
Okay, they've scored. They're fourth worst in the SEC with 21.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah.
dude.
Okay. That was yeah.
That's not great.
And the sad
The-
thing is they have a great defense,
Tennessee has scored
but-
40.
Yeah. That's double. That's
Well,
great.
did you see like there's a dumpster fire going on in Auburn because their running back, who was a captain, got quietly dismissed from the team, but like there's like a whole thing going on with that. Like no one wants to play for them right now.
I think
Cam
Hugh Freeze
Coleman's
was-
definitely gone in the transfer
Yes.
portal, without a doubt. So is Eric Singleton. He's going to hop back in after he just came from Georgia Tech. He's not going to want to play for Auburn. You have
Do you think
recruits
Auburn-
saying Auburn's offense is ass.
Do you think Auburn is in the same conversation as Luke Fickell? Though is it Wisconsin where Hugh Freeze just doesn't fit that kind of culture?
Yeah,
Well,
I think.
I mean, maybe- But when's the
He
last
could be a
time
good coach.
they had a coach that fit their culture? What is
Gus
Auburn?
Malzahn.
It's been a while. And Gus Malzahn, he got ran out of town. So
I mean, maybe Penn State should have hit up Jerry. Maybe that's what they should do.
I'm willing to put it in sneaky good, but painfully so. Like I think there's a
Yeah.
better chance that they make the wrong hire again than they make a good hire.
I would say that is I want to put them
Yeah.
above Florida State in that category because Auburn is a better job than Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you
Yeah.
mentioned with the ACC thing with Virginia Tech, Florida State has that advantage. That
They do.
Auburn
They do.
doesn't. LSU, if Brian Kelly is gone,
Good.
that's a good job.
That's
Yeah.
a good job.
Period.
How do
End of
you
sentence.
tank that team, dude? I don't understand
That's the
how
same-
you make that team bad.
That's the Luke Fickell conversation repeated. That is Brian Kelly is the worst culture fit that could possibly exist for that program. That's
You could say the
LSU
same thing-
football. Go ahead.
You could say the same thing about Penn State, though. Like, how do you make that job bad? Or how do you tank that program?
Well, Penn State was potentially facing the death penalty like 15 years ago. So the fact that they even have a football program at all is
Sandusky, no.
there's reasons to give Penn State some slack in the same way that you
They have
wouldn't
the
give these
whiteout,
other
dude. What are you talking about, bro? Whoa, whoa.
the fakest big tradition that's ever existed.
The Mo Bamba, dude. Come on. They have the Mo Bamba.
I heard they played it like 30 times during
Dude, I
the Oregon
saw
game.
Really?
I go, oh.
Every
Yeah,
single
dude, that's
every single
I saw
first down,
Twitter.
every time they punted the ball, they would play it as soon as the defense was coming on the field.
Atrocious.
The Kentucky Wildcats. If
Sneaky
Mark
not
Stoops
That
ass.
is an
can.
ass job.
I don't think so, dude. Have you? Well, maybe.
Mark Stoops, I
You're
feel
a
like
basketball school.
They
Nobody's
are.
ever going to care about football the way they do about basketball.
Wasn't Kentucky like a top 15 team at one point, like 2 years ago?
This is a team that beat Georgia last year.
Yeah.
Mark Stoops. I think Mark Stoops
They
is a
should have
great
beat
coach.
Texas a week ago. Like,
There's just something about these coaches that overperform
I-
at traditionally bad programs that don't get the boot up, like they don't get the promotion in a certain window. Like I just think he's kind of run out of runway.
I don't
I
think
think-
there'll ever be a bad SEC head coaching job.
That's
that's also
True
a
as
valid
well.
point. I don't think
That's
you
a
can
good
play SEC
point.
an ass. You know, because you have Vanderbilt, like Clark Leah just completely turned around. If you told me Vanderbilt like a couple years ago, I'd say they're ass. But now, look
Yeah.
at them. You know.
Okay, I'm going to say sneaky ass, though. It can't go any higher
I think
than that.
so.
I say
I
sneaky
agree.
ass, too.
They can't be
And
higher
that's a
than
worse
Arkansas.
job than Arkansas. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
That's
Mark
tough.
Stoops, I think, is a really good coach. I think he's kind of maximized what Kentucky's floor can be.
Yeah.
And even this year, like they're probably not going to make a bowl game. But
No.
like I don't know if anyone else could do a better job at that program than he has. But I
And
think,
they have a freshman that's starting right now, right?
but I think it's probably time for him to go.
I think they have
I-
a freshman a quarterback.
The
Bowley, I
Michigan
think.
State Spartans. I've heard rumblings that Jonathan Smith could be on the go.
I don't think
This
he's
is
going to get fired.
I don't either, but I think
They've been better this year, too.
there's enough talk that I'm willing to put them on this list. They were a really good program 3 years ago. Like they were a top 10 program, and then Mel Tucker had his combination of losing what made him a good football coach and also some like sexual harassment issues that
What's it with these coaches, bro?
I don't know, dude.
What are we doing?
I don't even know. I don't know where to put Michigan State. It's not as good of a
I-
job
again,
as Wisconsin
I would-
is.
I would put them in the sneaky not ass, sneaky ass, like middle for me. If like as a head coach job, I'd probably put sneaky ass because I wouldn't put them near the Wisconsin job. But then again, I would put them on a UCLA type job for me, kind of. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, they're it's kind of like UCLA, but they just have a better fan base and a better culture to
Yeah,
begin with for
exactly.
football.
That's why I feel like
But
sneaky
they're-
not ass is kind of
They're
where
not in
belong,
LA
but
though.
They
If
also,
you're a
yeah,
coach-
You couldn't pay me to live in LA, no matter.
They have a
whatever that would be.
worse atmosphere than Wisconsin at their best. But I think it's still like Michigan State is exciting when they're good.
Yeah, they're fun to watch when they're good.
I don't know. I would go up to
agree.
sneaky not ass.
I think sneaky not ass is a good place for the Michigan Spartans when they're on one and have a good head coach.
And I don't think there's going to be that many. Like, you've got Penn State, UCLA, maybe Wisconsin. I think Michigan State could compete for one of UCLA, Wisconsin. Like, if there's, like, in terms of head coach profiles, like, you're not saying, like, UCLA, like, is in a completely different conversation for a completely different tier of coach than Michigan State would be.
Yeah.
Like Michigan State could easily get the caliber of coach that UCLA, Wisconsin, or really kind of Penn State. But Penn State, who knows who they're going to hire?
Yeah.
They're no
And then we
problem.
have North Carolina. There's already talk
Sneaky
about the
not
Belichick buyout.
ass.
That
No.
I think this program.
I go
That's a bad
sneaky
take.
ass.
I
That's
think
sneaky ass.
for ass.
I'm
I
thinking,
go-
Because
but
I go sneaky ass. I
whoever
don't wanna
gets
give them
this
ass.
will get a documentary about them.
that's possible. Again, this is also just going to be Steve Belichick. Like regardless, it's like where's
Yeah,
Steve
it
Belichick gonna
is.
fall?
Like, it wasn't it in the signing? Like, didn't he
Yeah,
sign
in the-
that
in the
his
contract.
his predecessor is going to be his son?
Yeah, it's
Oh God, dude, they're so
Oh
good.
my god!
So this is our tier list of potential and not potential college football vacancies. So
I like it.
let's.
I think
stop
there's
the
some that you
share.
could put in the middle of gray area if you could, but
All right, now let's just go through the slate here. There's only a couple of games I really want to talk about. Lance, your Oklahoma Sooners are playing in just under a half an hour at
yeah,
home against Ole Miss.
Go
5.5 point favorites.
yeah.
$18
Uh,
tickets on Vivid Seats,
It's
which is
pouring
kind of
right now in Norman.
okay.
It's storming.
That explains it.
So yeah, it's gonna be a rain game. If
I
our
think that favors
defense
you guys.
yeah, it does.
I think that favors
I
Oklahoma
think if
for
our
sure.
if our defense plays anything like we did last week, we should have shut out South Carolina. It was ridiculous that they scored. Their one touchdown that they scored, they had 3 holdings and 2 false starts on the left side. The rest are just atrocious. But I don't. If we can just stop Trinidad running all over the place, which we did, we've stopped every scrambling quarterback. I think we beat them. I don't think we beat them by a lot, but I think we beat them.
I think Ole Miss wins this game.
I don't see it.
I do worry about in the SEC coaches coming off a loss, especially like a Lane Kiffin. I do
Yeah.
think that this team's going to be geared up. I was surprised when I saw the line was 5.5
Me
in favor of
too.
Oklahoma. I think I would take Ole Miss against the spread, but I do think this is a game that I like
Well,
Oklahoma
and this is
to
do or
win.
die for Oklahoma. If we lose this game, we're not getting in the college football playoffs. But if we win this and we lose one more game, then we get in.
You can still get in.
So
It's
I
going to
mean,
be I'm
if we stop Ferris State's quarterback, I think we're fine. That's it. If we just stop him from running all over the place and we have to force him to throw the ball into a wet, thing, we have the best defense in the nation. Our defensive line is literally 4 first-round picks from one. Our All-American mid-seasons are third. He's our third-string D tackle, and he's a mid-season All-American. So it's like, if our defense just plays to the standard that Brent Venables set, then Lane Kiffin said we're stealing signs because we're kicking everybody's ass on defense. Like, Lane Kiffin's just a crybaby bitch who hits up sorority chicks on the weekends when his daughter's a sorority chick. So maybe if he focuses on getting the ball down the field today, they'll win. But I hope that we
Give me the Reds.
play.
Lane Kiffin is just like the clickbait coach.
Yes.
He
he's
literally.
fully embraced.
He also just says shit just to get people talking.
He's a rage baiter, bro.
So, fun fact: the last 2 times one of my best friends goes to Ole Miss. The last 2 times I've been there, when to play pickleball, both times has been at the pickleball courts talking shit to these randoms playing pickleball against them. It's hilarious.
Dude, he's a goof. Like
He
I like him. I like his personality. I think he's hilarious for college
You
football.
can't, yeah.
because we have seen kind of the coaches from 10 years ago, like Saban's gone, and these big personalities in college football coaching, we're witnessing a new era, and I feel like Lane is kind of like the front man for this style of coach. I feel like he is the most interesting coach on the market per se. Like if any job opens, I think Lane Kiffin is the number 1 guy I would be excited about.
The
I don't know if-
craziest thing to me is when you look at 2015 Alabama, dude. Every SEC coach or damn near coach that's in the Power 5 was on that staff. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell were they concocting up there or down there? Sorry.
They had Lane Kiffin as their OC for I think just 1
Kirby
year.
as their DC. They had like Napier as their wide receivers coach. They
I would
had
say
It
Lanning
was
was probably
insane.
on staff.
He
yeah,
was.
Lanning was their grad assistant. I think it was or something like that. Dude, it was ridiculous.
Sig was there
crazy.
previously. Yeah. And then
It's not okay.
And then whenever they got rid of Lane, they immediately hired Sark as their OC.
Yeah.
So-
Then here he is. Sark's a bitch, but whatever.
I think this is the game of the day, and I don't have a full read on it, but
I'm
the
excited.
rain aspect makes me favor
It's
Oklahoma.
pouring rain. We're in Norman. There's gonna be a lot of people there. I don't know. We'll see.
My buddy's there. He said
Ole Miss
it's
is a great
boring.
team though. Their offense is disgusting. But again,
I would say it took. They played with Georgia for 3 quarters in
They beat Georgia for 3 quarters.
what was setting up to be the game of the year, and then the
Which
Georgia
what I'm
defense
saying,
finally woke up.
I don't care from what I'm watching, dude. Georgia is not as great as everyone is.
They have been in so many grudge match shootouts where their defense should be stopping these teams. I'm not scared of them.
The SEC defense has kind of, I don't want to say it's taken a hit, because I mean you have teams like Oklahoma that are still playing good defense, but the Alabama and Georgia defenses are not what they have been 5 years ago.
No, like I don't understand. Like the whole Georgia-Tennessee game confused me, man. Because I was like, "Damn, dude, look at these teams." When in reality, like their defenses are just not performing to their standard.
Kind of, I mean, it's not under the radar because game day's there, but before the season, it would have been under the radar. Mizzou and Vandy in a top 15 battle in Nashville on ESPN at 2:30. Vandy's a 2.5-point home favorite against the Tigers.
Love it.
What do we like here?
I like Vandy to cover that.
Dude, I'm kind of torn on Mizzou now.
I don't
watching
think
these past few weeks. I was high on Bo Pribula, but now that I've watched him and his decision making and some of the playmaking skills he's done, I'm not really high on Mizzou as I was 2 weeks ago.
Here's my thing. I think LSU is a better team than Mizzou. I think that's. Yeah.
Which LSU is hot ass right now, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's Brian Kelly's fault.
I think the atmosphere in Nashville today is going to be probably the best it's ever been. I mean, game day's there. It's top 15 matchup. I think Vanderbilt gets it done. I think they win by like 7. Maybe it's scoring, maybe.
I think Vanderbilt wins, too.
For a lot of other players and coaches, I feel like this would be a letdown spot for a team like Vandy. But
I was getting ready to say that. Like, I'd be careful, though, because Vandy could easily have a letdown game.
But Diego
100%.
Pavia has this like never faltering chip on his shoulder. Like he's being slighted every moment of his life. So I think he's going to come ready to play. I have.
He's like, I'm 26, no degrees. Let's do it. I'm just kidding. No, he's good, dude.
Not. Yeah.
I'm not kidding at all. But
yeah, I want to talk Illinois game briefly.
Yeah, this is insane. I do too.
They're 3.5-point dogs. They're in Seattle playing the Huskies. 2:30 on Big Ten Network.
Didn't it open up at like 5.5-point underdogs?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was at least 4. So
Illinois was?
yeah, Washington's favorite. Yeah.
Really?
Which I think Washington's good. Like obviously they lost to
They have a
Michigan
good
last week.
Freshman QB, right? DeMond Williams.
I don't know if DeMond's a freshman or not, but they have a good quarterback. They have a good running back in Jonah Coleman. They have a good receiver.
I have noticed that the lines have favored or had been pretty high on Washington most of the season. Like since we got to Big Ten play, like the line when they were playing Ohio State even wasn't really that crazy. So,
I think they're.
I think Washington's good.
I think Washington is probably maybe slightly more talented than this Illinois team at the skill positions, especially aside from maybe quarterback, because Luke Altmaier's a stud. I think Washington's better. The Illinois defense has been problematic. We're gonna say
the only thing that really worries me is that Washington-Ohio State game was very slept on. That first half of that game was so competitive. Washington looked great. And so that kind of scares me, but I think Illinois still gets it done in Washington.
Dude,
today.
I hate how scheduling is done because I want to see Ohio State play teams that are actually competitive every week as opposed to like the teams they've been playing.
Illinois is pretty, I mean, at this point, agreed upon as the 4th best team in the conference on a national level. Ohio State marched into Champaign 2 weeks ago, won by 18 points, and it wasn't really that close.
I could just see them losing to Michigan again.
Oh, I was going to say it. Michigan is going to win. Michigan's winning that game.
Which I don't think Michigan's that great. I could see them losing.
It is in Ann Arbor this year. I know the game's in Ann Arbor this year.
100%, dude. I think Julian Sands going to be like, oh, shit. This is what a football stadium's like.
We'll see. I'm worried about I'm not worried about Julian Sand. I think he's got it. No. But
that freaking offense is so gross. But their defense is statistically one of the best. But I want to see them play like a high-powered offense.
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean?
Illinois' offense is really good. We're scoring like 30 points a game, and they, for the first half, Like they were causing a ton of
Well,
problems.
when I'm watching that game, dude, most of those like turnovers and those balls are all fucking like
They were
tip
luck
drills
based.
and like
Yeah.
dumb like flings that get sent over.
Yeah,
Play.
Khalil Valentine gets his leg rolled up on and fumbles the ball.
Ethan
like
might
that
have just
kind
had
of
a car crash. Can we check in on him real fast? What was that?
Something just fell.
We're good.
Okay.
All right.
Just
I
making
gotta get
sure.
my charger and my water bottle fell.
My last point on this is I do not trust Jed Fish as a winning football coach. I think that's the difference. I think he got lucky 2 years ago at Arizona. He has talent at Washington. I don't think he is using it. I don't think he maximizes the talent in the way that Bielema does. And we tend to win these one-score games. Like our 2 losses have been blowouts.
I will say that I agree with you there, Graham. Illinois has a weird thing for winning close games. We saw it against USC
They do.
this year.
All right, and then really the last game, I think, before we wrap it up, A&M is at LSU tonight at 6:30 on ABC. A&M is a 2.5-point road favorite. I can't. This is.
Give me A&M, dude.
This is the
without a
perfect
doubt.
prove it game for A&M because I think LSU. This is either the last game of their season or this is the game that like keeps them in the mix. And
Death
A&M.
Valley at night. I hate to be that guy, but give me the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't hate that either. As much as I don't think Brian
Which
Kelly.
I get, but dude, watching them this year, it's not an LSU team that you're used to seeing. They do not
No,
look
I
that
know.
great.
I'm totally with you, Lance. I don't think LSU is good by any means, but I think just
They're in Death Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seasons on the tail ladder. It's a it's
For
a
the
must-win
comedy
game.
of it all,
For the program. I mean, the program has to.
Didn't they drop one at home this year?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they?
Yep. Who beat them at home?
Have they dropped one at home? LSU. I
Maybe.
can't remember if they lost at LSU.
I should.
yet,
I clicked on.
or if they were all on the road.
They are 2-2. Their 2 losses were at Ole Miss and at Vandy. So no, they're still undefeated
Okay, so they haven't lost
at home. They beat
Dude, that's a hard atmosphere to win in.
Florida and South Carolina were their 2 SEC home wins, both 20-10. So
Yeah, which South Carolina is its own story right now, which I don't even want to blame Beamer. I think Mike Shula is just an awful offensive coordinator. Their line is atrocious, so Sellers can't like do much. Sellers was like a top first round, top
he
5
was
pick
like the
going
number
into this
1
year,
guy
everyone was saying.
for. Yeah.
And now he can't even do anything because his team
I don't think
just
he's that
horrible.
great.
I think Oklahoma sacked him like 7 times last week. I think.
He's the upside guy, but he does not. His floor is pretty low.
Dude,
Yeah.
those preseason
Nashville
off
is
topic, those
electric
preseason-
right now. Oh my gosh!
Is it?
Give me the Doors by 14.
I think the preseason, like people who were predicting, obviously this is not just a bash on Arch Manning, but partially. This is like all those people who were saying we're going to be like top picks, which is Nussmeier. I mean, or just Heisman in general. Nussmeier, Arch, Sellers.
We said
all
this
of them have
last week.
underperformed
They're so bad.
dude. They underperformed so bad. And it's like when I see a draft class right now and I'm thinking of a team that needs a quarterback next year, and I'm like, good luck.
But like,
Unless
who-
you draft
who is the
Mendoza.
guy? Yeah.
Who
Like,
do you
do we
think's the
think
101
Fernando?
right now?
It's probably Mendoza, right?
I don't know. Probably Mendoza probably right now. Because like, dude, which this is all respect because I'm not even going to try to like disrespect Diego Pavia because I think he's a great player. That dude is not an NFL quarterback in my eyes.
Hell no.
I don't see him like going on the team, leading a team, an NFL franchise anywhere. Like I think he's a great college quarterback.
But he has so much Jackson Dart in him.
he's gonna be he's gonna be the NFL quarterback that gets like signed to the practice squad, and then they have a whole bunch of injuries all of a sudden, and then it's like Thursday night in week 7, it's like, oh yeah, Diego Pavia is starting for the
everyone's like,
Jags tonight
Diego
or something.
Pavia?
It's like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I just
don't know,
on
dude.
FanDuel first pick odds, you've got 5 guys that are better than 20-1. Dante Morris is 15-2.
I don't see that.
Ruben Bain
That's
from
so-
Miami is 15-2.
That makes sense.
Lenoris is 6-1.
I gotta get going, fellas.
Okay. Good luck, sir. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here shortly. Fernando Mendoza is 3-1, and the favorite is Ty Simpson at 2-1.
I see Ty
forgot
going
about
there
him.
too.
I think Ty's
Yeah.
best quarterback in college football right now. Hate Bama.
Yeah, he is.
But I would burn their campus down. But I love Ty Simpson. I love him. I don't know
he's
why,
kinda-
but I love him.
He's kind of doing the Mac
I
Jones
think
thing.
he's a stud, dude. I love his. So like, there's two people in college football, and you can love Diego Pavia's like character and mentality, or you can like the dog that Ty Simpson.
Whatever you're about to
is.
say,
Like,
yep.
we're gonna win. We're gonna
He's
win,
blue
and we're gonna
collar.
find a way to win.
It's like
you can. He has the Saban type quarterback mentality that reminds me of like AJ McCarron and
AJ
like those
McCarron,
guys.
yep.
who are just,
I
like,
said
there to win football.
the three sentences that just came out of your mouth. I said them word for word last night. I mean, the exact way you just said it.
Yeah, dude, I love
hated
that.
Alabama since I was born, but I love Ty Simpson.
I love watching him play football. I love it,
Me
dude.
too.
He has the chip on his shoulder, but like he's also really good. But he's also a great leader, and you can tell he's composed. Like you can tell he doesn't give a shit about winning the Heisman.
I
He
can.
doesn't care about that.
He's gonna do it anyway.
I think he's the type of guy where I say this every year about one certain guy, and it's never happened. I can see him coming back. I think he's so bought into that Alabama
I think he could
program.
too. Yeah. Well, wait, is he a senior though,
I don't think.
or is he redshirt senior?
I know he.
I thought he had
He's
one
been there
season.
for 4 years.
I would say
Yeah, I thought he had
I
one
remember
more, though.
him playing against South Florida in that one game a couple years ago where Milroe came out and sucked, and they were tied at 3 at halftime.
No, he's a junior. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
He's a junior. I thought he was a senior. But yeah, he could.
Yeah.
I'll give praise to Kalen DeBoer, dude. I thought he was going to get canned mid-season for the way that they had performed after week 1, but they look like Alabama. So I mean,
I think Alabama is like right now, like not a sleeper to win it all, but I think Alabama's really good.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure they have the
think
number 2 odds right now.
I'd say they're the best team in the SEC.
Or Indiana.
Like,
I think they're number
I know
3.
A&M. I know A&M is undefeated, but Bama is certainly better than A&M. I don't think A&M is even maybe a top 4 team in the SEC. They just have
Aren't
had
they
this
4
thing
right
their
now
way.
in the nation?
I think
They're 3.
I think Bama. I personally still think Ole Miss. I think Oklahoma. I think all three of those are better than A&M.
So
Dude,
again, this
I-
LSU game is going to be the perfect test for them, though.
Yeah.
Like, are you
I think it's
legit? Go
gonna
out
be
and win
huge.
this game.
I think this Ole Miss game today too. Like if John.
Oh my
McKee
gosh! Did you
wants
see
stuff not
the
jacked-
Pat McAfee kick challenge today?
No, what happened?
Dude,
Dude,
it
they're
would have
not
been
even
good
doing
from
that anymore. Like,
60.
I saw,
It'd have been good
I
from
saw
60.
Herbstreit throw it.
It was right down the middle. It was a freaking. That was crazy.
People are sandbagging now. It was cool last year, and
I liked it when they were actually kicking it, but now they have like Rodrigo Blankenship coming out and kicking them and
it's
like
high
just giving
school-
them like
high school
$400,000.
kickers, Yeah.
I'm watching this right now. We're talking about Mississippi State and Texas on SC Nation. I think Mississippi State can take that game today, 100%.
I do too.
Off topic, but
I think it's a potential
I don't
letdown
know.
spot.
Texas
for
is in a weird
Orange.
spot.
they're so weird, bro. Like
What do you guys think about Texas next year?
I don't even know what to think.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be honest. Like,
I don't know, dude. I think Sark's going to end up getting his play calling taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If you can bring in the right coordinator, absolutely. I'm curious to see if
Yeah.
Arch stays. Like I'd imagine he will stay.
I
in
think he's
college.
going to. Well, I don't know.
I'm
where
curious
else he'd
if he-
go, and plus, like,
Yeah.
unless he's like a North Dakota State Bison, I don't really see him going anywhere.
Shout out the Valley. Who do the dogs have
Valley
today?
runs deep.
don't know.
Dude. We play Northern Iowa homecoming game 2:00.
Okay.
Yeah, they should be able to drop at Northern Iowa easy, right?
Yeah, we'll win today.
All right.
If we would have won last week, we would have had a chance for a home playoff game, but not anymore.
Yeah, I still
I wish
remember.
Brendan was on here to talk about Nebraska, but we'll have to do it another week. I want to hear his opinion on them a little bit more. Because we didn't
I
talk
guess,
about Minnesota beating them, did we?
We did last week when you weren't on because it was
Oh,
a
okay.
Friday game. So yeah, we had the
Oh, it
most
was a
somber.
Friday game. You're
We
right.
had the most somber episode last week because on Friday night.
The
So
Brewers
Austin's
got
a
swept.
Miami fan. They lost. Brendan, the Nebraska fan, they lost, and then the Brewers got beat in Game 5 or in Game 7 against the Dodgers.
Poor
Or-
Austin, man.
Or sweep. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah,
don't really
Austin had a
care.
rough week.
Have it.
Brendan had a rough week.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I really like UCLA to cover today, though, against Indiana. I
yeah,
think.
that's a good pick.
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be interesting.
Let's see
That'd
what
be cool to watch pull that off, and that just blows up everything again.
I'm gonna throw out remember my long shot bets from last year where I'd have like a 2-leg parlay with like an anytime home run and a
Yes.
like future. I'm going to throw out right now. This is just off the dome. Alejandro Kirk, home run tonight. And let's do.
Dude,
You know what, let's
I'm
do-
placing this.
Watch this.
I'm doing it.
Ollie Kirk home run tonight. Indiana Big Ten champion.
Wow.
Keep on talking. I'm gonna show
That's
you
gonna
boys that I'm doing.
that's gonna be like a.
That's
I
huge.
need to know what the odds are on that. That's gonna be like a 100-1 bet because Ollie is not a home run hitter, and Ohio State is going to be the heavy favorite to win the Big Ten. I may
100%.
want to change that because I typically like that second leg to be like almost a sure thing.
A
that
given.
way-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
Alright,
kind
let's
of have
see
to
here.
keep Ohio State at that. But
It
else
is.
could I-
give you.
Hang
Who
on.
else could I put money on right now? Maybe would this be the best odds I could get on Texas Tech to win the Big 12?
Plus 2,000.
I wouldn't do that, man.
So what's a $10 bet?
$10 pays 214.
How far
Okay.
did Texas Tech drop after losing last week?
They fell to I think they're 14 in the polls.
Is it?
So
I know they have a
they're
freshman
still.
right now. They have Will Hammond.
I still think they're the best team in the Big 12. Although BYU is the highest ranked, I still think Texas Tech is better.
Oh, the Valley's getting love on College Game Day right now.
there we go.
North
Who we're
Dakota
talking about?
State.
Yeah,
North Dakota State, South Dakota State plays today.
that's where they should have went.
Oh, they are.
I agree. That's where they should have been. It's 1 versus 2 in the FCS. I mean, come on. You got it.
They low key need to do an FCS coverage a little bit more. I think that'd be cool.
They've been there 11 times in history. Last time was Montana versus Montana State in 19, I think. And they said, like, last year, where did they go last year? James Madison? They said it was the best game day in, like, game day history.
Yeah.
They need to go to little schools
I
more
bet,
often
dude.
like that. 'Cause,
They-
like,
they
I think it'd be
still-
cool if they traveled like that.
They've
imagine
never been to
enrolling,
Champaign.
imagine enrolling to James Madison, and you're there for 3 years, and your senior year college game day is there. Like, that's the highlight of your 4 years. Like,
Yeah.
it-
Even if you
I'll
go
never
out and
forget.
get-
I was traveling in Iowa. Do you remember I texted you guys about that, Graham, when I was driving in Iowa? Because
I think so.
Military stuff, and I saw
Yeah.
Pat McAfee whipping the game day band going to North
that's
Bend.
awesome.
Or he was whipping the bus. I turned around. I was like, "What the?"
Man, if you look
Middle
at
of
the game
Des
day
Moines,
schedule
Iowa.
from this year, it's literally everything is Big Ten versus Big Ten, SEC versus SEC, SEC, SEC. It's
Yeah.
in
it's turning
Miami.
into
That's
it's
the
turning into
one.
just they've been to one ACC game and it's Miami. It's turning into the SEC show.
Which
It is.
the ESPN is being pushed to like they're pushing SEC propaganda because that's who their media deal is with.
Yeah.
And because they don't own the Big Ten. I don't know if you guys saw that clip where it was like someone was going on like college football scoreboard or whatever. They were showing highlights from the Ohio State win last week, and they're like, "I wish we could show more Ohio State clips, but this is all we got." Like he said that on the air, like we're not allowed
Yeah.
to. So
I think obviously whenever Corso went away, game day went down a little bit. McAfee is great for the show, but they need to venture out.
He's
a little
great.
bit.
Yeah,
all right, that should
he is
do
great.
it. Yeah, I enjoy Pat. On that said, I don't
like him.
I don't really care for his show, but I think he is good for game day. Like
Oh,
he,
yeah.
I think for game day, I don't watch his like show or anything on ESPN. I see
all right,
clips.
thank you guys for listening to this episode 10 of 5 Out. We've made it to 10 episodes. Links are all in the description. Like I said, articles will be dropping this week on 5outpod.com. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. I guess on TikTok. I posted our video on TikTok. I think it has like 4 views. So,
It's about to have 5.
yeah.
Trust the process.
Facebook,
Hey,
we're on Facebook
if
now.
anyone
That
from
link is
my SIU marketing classes in here, thank you. I bumped this in class this week.
yeah. And then like the video, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you same time next week. Have a good one.